I've just come up the garden to shoot today's vlog. I'm taking shelter here in the greenhouse. That's this thing around me, Noun. A house made of glass which we use for growing vegetables because it's quite windy outside today, which makes it really difficult to shoot a video. Now, many of my students often ask me about what it's like to live in the countryside, and they often ask a question about one particular rodent, which is a noun, that lives in the countryside. A rodent is an animal which gnaws at things, and to gnaw means to bite, or nibble as another verb, to continuously without stopping. So in today's video I'm going to talk about a very common rodent that lives in the UK. Can you guess what I might be talking about? Think about small creatures that use their teeth and mouth and are always biting away at things. Well, I am of course talking about the rat, or more specifically in the UK, the brown rat. The brown rat is responsible for making these rat runs here as a noun. You can see the holes going underneath this fence. That's another noun. This wooden thing here is called a fence. And these holes are made by rats that live in this summer house. There's another noun, an outdoor area for sitting with a roof and walls in the summer. They're living underneath our neighbour's summer house, and they just come into our garden and eat the food from underneath the bird table, every day. Now, we barely ever see them, to be honest. Just occasionally when I come to the window in the kitchen, I might just see one out of the corner of my eye go scurrying off into the distance. So if we see something out of the corner of our eye, this means that we don't see it clearly, but we just see something. And I use the verb scurry. Well, that's exactly what rats and mice and squirrels and other small rodents do. They scurry quickly away from you. Now, a lot of people think that rats mainly live in the countryside, but actually that's not true. Most of the rats in the UK live in big cities. I did some research before this vlog, and there are approximately 150 million rats in the country, of which more than half of them live in big cities. 20 million of the rats in the UK live in London alone, which is quite staggering. Staggering means, wow, I can't believe it. It's staggering to think of it like that. But it's true. And the population of rats in the UK has really boomed during the lockdown. To boom means to explode almost, to get much, 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 much bigger. We think about financial markets going boom, getting bigger, or going bust, disappearing to nothing. But the population of rats has boomed during lockdown because there have been less people on the streets across the cities of the UK. Now, rats are breeding machines. To breed, that's a verb. Well, humans have sex and animals breed. That's the verb that we use to talk about animals making babies. Rats breed like crazy. They have up to 6 litters every single year. That's what we call it, a litter, a noun. When we have a group of babies, it's called a litter. And each litter can contain between 6 and 12 pups. So a baby rat is called a pup. So just think about that for 1 second. Between 6 and 12 pups 6 times a year. That's absolutely crazy. That's between 36 and 72 rats every single year, just from 2 rats. So we have many, many rats in the UK, but the life expectancy of a rat is not very long. On average, they last for about 2 years in the wild. More than 50% don't even make it past the first year. That's because we have so many predators in the UK. A predator is a noun. That's something which kills other animals to survive. And I'd say that probably the biggest predator for mice and rats and other small rodents would be the birds of prey. So things like buzzards, kestrels and other birds of prey that can kill and eat rats. And one of the main reasons why people don't like rats is because, well, first of all, they're considered a pest. Pest is a noun. That's something that causes destruction or problems for humans. So for example, insects that eat crops, food, plants when they're growing, and rats also do the same thing. They eat the fruit that's growing. So we consider them a pest. And also people don't like them because they say that they are disease-ridden. As an adjective, something which is disease-ridden means that they carry a lot of diseases with them. But I've lived in the countryside pretty much all my life, and although I've seen lots of rats, I've never had any physical contact with a rat. A rat has never come near me. A rat has never come into my house. It's never run across the floor in my room. I've never seen one in the house. Maybe I've heard them in the house, gnawing away in the winter when they're looking for shelter. But generally rats exist around us, and they don't cause any problems for myself or my family. We've never had to do anything about rats. Occasionally we might get mice in the house, But there are ways, of course, to get rid of them if they come in. You know, you could use a mouse trap, or to get rid of rats, you could use a rat trap and just kill it straight away. Or you could use poison, which is basically food that they eat, and later it kills them slowly, but it lets them spread it to the rest of the family first. Personally, I don't think that that's very humane. It is inhumane, I think, to poison a creature. It doesn't sit well with me. So those adjectives, humane and inhumane, well, they mean, is it human to do this? Are we showing any sympathy or compassion for the creature? Do we have mercy? I don't think poison is a good way to kill something. I think it's a horrible way to kill something. We could, of course, catch the rats in a live trap and then release them again somewhere into the wild, but that would be like trying to empty the ocean with a spoon, an idiom which means completely pointless, useless. You're never going to achieve anything. If I catch a rat and I release it 2 miles away, whatever. They're having 70 kids every year. It's not going to make the slightest bit of difference. So in general, you know, because I'm from the countryside, because I'm a country bumpkin, I don't have a problem with rats. And my belief of life is that you must live with nature, not go around killing it. It's life at the end of the day. And although a rat is not a human, it's still alive. It's got feelings of some kind, of some sort, and I don't see any reason to go around killing them just because there are stereotypes about them that they're dirty, they carry disease. In my experience, it's not true if you live in the countryside. It could be different if you live in a big city, of course, but I can only speak from my own experience. So if you're living in a big city and you want to come to the British countryside, don't be scared about mice or rats. Know that you're going to see them, you're going to see signs of them, you'll see their poo, you'll see them sometimes scurrying around out the corner of your eye, but whatever, they're not going to hurt you. Okay, that's today's vlog, all about rats. I didn't expect I'd ever be doing that, but there we go. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.